EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. The Niners at 3-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Play fake. Murray. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
How'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Murray.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12. Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Murray now. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders, who knows what it could be. He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 40-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Murray going to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Bennett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cards post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, 49ers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Off of play action, and here's Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking deep for Bennett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Lance.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Lance.
And he hits on the slant route to Marshall.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Now a play fake. Lance
Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now Lance again.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray.
Quick slant to Brown.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field, and linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Murray again. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Murray. On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got a man. It's McBride complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. This will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Ready? Hey, cross field.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Looking deep for Bennett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something?
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing now is Lance. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on third down, Lance. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Lance looking to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Lance looks to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Desperation time here. Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And it's a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Swift is in. Touchdown, Arizona. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Cardinals 41, 49ers nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Lance and company going on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Omaha.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
49ers, 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Second and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Cardinals, it's an important win in